Hey guys, it's IcyNewYear, and I'm back with some more Better Than Starting Manned. Playing around with some of my new toys. I've made this beast. Basically, this is focusing on my ravioli scans. It's the only science I have aboard this thing. I was told that putting RCS thrusters near an end as opposed to in the middle is more efficient or effective. So I'm going to try that out, and I do want to assign an action group to these guys before I forget. Log the gravity data. Awesome. Okay, so all I have is my ravioli scans. I've got 4 batteries. And basically, I'm going to try to get an orbit with this guy. So let's name this one the Orbiting Prober. And save that. I just didn't feel like killing anyone today. But we'll see what we can do. It's been a while since I've gotten a ship in orbit. I haven't gotten one. Well, I obviously haven't gotten one in orbit at all. I'm Better Than Starting Manned. And I did in my standard Kerbal series when I was still doing that. So let's get ready for launch in 3, 2, 1. Whoa! Okay, so we might have a few problems. I love that the probe actually like is safe. That's fantastic. The probe survived. Okay, so we're gonna try this again. Let's go back to... You know what's odd? I did a test launch in this one. I didn't... Like, I reverted almost as soon as I got off the ground. I didn't have those on it, so let's try this again. Okay, so let's try again. 3, 2, 1. There we go. It's actually going much better without the stabilizers. I think it hit the stabilizers as it was going. So we're going to go up to about, like, I don't know, somewhere between 12 and 15. And I found a lot of what we need to do is in this mode as opposed to the other mode. Okay. Just kind of burning up. See what we're getting done here. Okay, so we're using a lot of fuel here. I'm not sure about this whole 4 liquid fuel tank thing going on, but it's something I wanted to try. I really don't like how wibbly wobbly they are. Like, there's a scary amount of wibbly wobbly because of the lack of space duct tape to bind them together. But it's worth a shot. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to be angling that way because I want to get an orbit like in this direction so I can get like North Pole data. So we're going to turn off our SAS, start angling. Okay, we're angling too much. Yeah, I didn't turn on RCS. There we go. And let's take a look at this guy. Cool, that's going out pretty well. We're about to get to our second stage. Oh god, that was a real bad like detachment there. And let's see how we're doing. We need this to be above 70 if we have any chance of actually keeping in orbit. So we're going to keep on this angle here, and it's going to be harder to get in orbit because we're going like we're not going with the spin of the Kerbal, which I think is east. So yeah, that way. What's this? Orbiting Prober Crew Knowledge Base. I don't even know what that does. So let's turn this down just a little bit. We don't need to be burning this much fuel. Whoa, what is this? Oh, that's really cool. And we're getting to the point where we're doing all right. So we're going to wait till this is above 70, and then we'll cut our engines. So let's kind of lower our fuel usage here. And I want it to be above 70 before I start cutting my engines and get closer to make my adjustments. Orbiting Prober. I've never seen this before. Oh, and my cat wants out of the room. You'll have to wait till after this flight. Science is at stake, Simon. Science is at stake. We're still continuously going up here. That's good. We're using very little fuel, which is nice. Our orbital speed's decent. I want that to be around, I think, 2,000 or so. I could be wrong on that. You know what? Just for safety's sake, since I haven't gotten into orbit in a while, I'm going to let this get a little higher. I wonder what biome this is. I wish I could see what biome it is. Like by clicking. I think that's mountains there. And I think I've done a ravioli scan over mountains. I really need to start like a paper checklist of things that I have and haven't gotten. Because I feel like I'm going to forget something. Or get like partial data on something. And screw up. Okay, so we're in space now. What I'm going to do is go ahead and cut my engines for now. And we're going to play around with this orbital path. And this is the part like I'm still not great at. Okay. So we're just gonna kind of dance around, push this orbital path out, but I don't want to get too far away or I'm wasting fuel. So we'll do some small burns to keep this away from us, basically, like close but away. Let's burn up a little bit more, flatten that path out. Okay, how are we doing on fuel? Oof. We're actually kind of low on fuel. We might or might not be able to make this. The biggest thing I want is the ice caps, which, this path. If I do this path perfectly, I might be able to make it into the ice cap. So let's see. If we burn a little bit here, what's this doing? Is that extending us at all? Okay, so let's burn up a little bit more. Oh, we're gonna run out of liquid fuel. Okay, so we're not gonna get into orbit on this one. Let's extend it out as much as we can with our last bit of fuel. And we're out of fuel now. But, no orbit, but we got really high. So let's see if there's any science to be had here. Nope, nothing there. That's highlands. And I'm not sure if we're gonna go over anything else useful. I still need to figure out how to use the heat shield. Once again, grasslands. I don't know how many biomes there are, actually. Highlands. I think there's a mountain coming up. Oop, too much. Those are highlands. I completely forgot to make it only do one of them at a time. Grasslands. Simon, you are going crazy over there. And soon we'll be out of the range of the gravioli scanner. We'll probably adjust this guy a little bit. See what we can do. I feel like our first stage was incredibly inefficient. And we could do better. So I just want to take one like right at the 70k mark. Just in case we happen to go over something else. I don't think we are though. Nope. Once again, highlands. Okay, so let's take a look at our map. We got close. We just need a bit more fuel. How can we fix this problem? Let's go and revert back to assembly and change a few things up and see what we can make happen here. This bottom piece was an interesting experiment. Oops, I didn't mean to actually... I meant to put it in sub-assembly so we can come back to it, but whatever. I think for now, what we're going to do is just use our solid fuel booster setup we had before and see if we can make this work for us. So I need 4 of these. The nice thing is we can drop these solid fuel boosters now. Should probably align these in some way. So once that bottom bit is done, so we're going to... this one. And this one. That should be the right 2 together. Cool. We'll put the liquid fuel there. Boom, boom, boom. And then that chops it off and we have our last bit. So let's give this a shot. and see if we can do any better with this. See if these solid fuel boosters give us a bit more of a boost. The 4 liquid fuel with the 4 engines is just super heavy. Okay, SAS on. 3, 2, 1. So we need to throttle this up to start with. This engine didn't launch at all. That engine fell off. Let's immediately revert back to assembly. I need to put those boosters a bit lower down. Either that, or I could just... Actually, we have these now. So let's put these like that. Cool. And we want these to launch off immediately afterwards. There we go. Perfect. We'll see how this works, because that should hold it off the ground and stop that engine from being knocked off. This is one monstrosity. Okay. Throttle up. 3, 2, 1. Okay, that was a much better... I forgot to turn on SAS. It was a much better launch. We'll see if this actually... Let's get our RCS on too, so I don't forget. We want to spearhead this thing up as fast as possible in these early stages. My concern is once these solid fuel boosters run out, how that last liquid fuel, like the weight of dragging them up on just that one liquid fuel engine, how that's gonna hold out. Ooh, and those are overheating really quick too. If those pop off, I'm probably boned. Okay, they seem to have come to a agreement in how they should act, how they should be temperature-wise. Okay, and now we're down to the 1 liquid fuel booster. Cool. We are losing speed. We're quickly losing speed. Bring this up quickly. Turn off my SAS, and we want to do about 90 degrees. Yeah, there's no way this is happening. I can almost guarantee it. Nope, don't fight me on this. You're staying right there. This is absolutely not going to work. Absolutely not going to work. Okay. The key here is we're learning a lot. Maybe I should try to get a standard orbit, like cutting to the east first, and then worry about this specialized orbit to go over the poles. Because, yeah, this is just doomed. I'm not going to have enough fuel at all. Okay, so we're going to go and revert back to assembly. I have an idea, actually. Let's cut out one of these. Did I just put that on sideways? What exactly is that supposed to accomplish? Okay. So we're going to try this now. I have found that the 3 tanks, because I tried that before with just the boosters and the 3 tanks without staging, was just too heavy. So maybe with only the 2 tanks, we'll be a lot better off. So 3, 2, 1. I keep forgetting to turn on SAS before I launch. Okay, that liquid fuel engine's overheating, so cool it down a little. Yeah, this is, I think, going to be much better. Whether or not we can make an orbit happen out of it, I am still unsure, but I feel like this is much better. If I can't get into orbit with this flight, what I'll probably do is switch focus to getting a crew report from upper atmosphere for next episode, and that'll give us the science to get better, the advanced rocketry, which will give us better engines. So that's going to be our plan of attack. Okay, we're going to be down to just our liquid fuel engine here. Let's go ahead and actually just go over this way. Turn off the SAS real quick, so we're not fighting it. And we're gonna start pushing towards our 90. Check how our path looks. Yeah, it's not very high. Okay. There we go. Down to our last engine here. Or our last fuel tank here. How are we doing? I need this to be much, much higher than it is. That's pathetically low. And I apologize for the phone. Forgot it was in here. Let's see. We can turn this down a little. Actually, we can turn this down a lot. Okay. I really wish I could see my staging in the map so I could see, like... Okay, cat, you're super loud. I love you, cat, but my god, you're loud. I'm basically trying to use as little fuel as possible, but still be going up. There we go. That's using very little fuel. We've got, what, about half a tank left? Little under. See how this works out. Need to push this up more. Okay, so I'm kind of like dancing now, trying to get it, stay away from my hypothesis, whatever. This point, the highest point in my flight, while using as little fuel as possible. It's just like pushing it away from me by throttling up a little bit. So I want to get close to it and then throttle up, basically, to push it away. So I'm continually going upward and outward. At least that's as far as I'm understanding. Okay. We're still in atmosphere, which is a little scary. So I want to get a little closer to it by lowering my engines down. We're really low on fuel. I don't see this happening. Okay. Burn a little to push it away. Yeah, I do not see this one happening. And we're still in upper atmosphere here. Well, we'll play around with it more. What we'll probably do is, as I said, we'll try some more manned flights next episode. And see if we can get the science from that we need. Because if we can get that, like, upper atmosphere manned flight data, that'll give us the science we need to get advanced rocketry, which will give us more powerful rockets and make this a good deal easier. Like, my standard formulas don't work because I'm too used to having all the good rocket engines. So, see what we can do here. Our liquid fuel is going to run out. We're not even going to hit space. Okay, burn out. Yeah. We got a really nice long flight here, but... Okay. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and revert this one. And we'll try again next time. I want to thank you all for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and as always, have a fantastic day.